Hi, how are you? I'm okay. I feel short or something. Hang on. Is that better? That made me taller? It's all perspective. It's all perspective. Everything is perspective. Have you ever thought, what if? What if everybody, we assume, and you know what happens when we assume? Makes an ass out of you and me. We assume that everyone sees what we see in life. Everyone sees the world the same way. Everyone sees colours the same way. How do you know? How do you know? We might say, oh, that's red. Like, let's just take my dressing gown, for example. Everyone might go, oh, that's red, but what if your red was actually blue, but you're saying, because I'm saying the same thing, you're agreeing, but when you see it, you would see what I would call blue. And how do you know, like, what I'm finding, what you are tuned into stands out for you in the world. So when you're, say, in a room with someone, say there's two of you in a room full of stuff, the stuff and things that you are tuned into looking for, to seeing, will stand out to you, and everything else might be invisible. But for the other person in the room, they might be seeing different stuff, and other stuff is invisible. Sorry, I do use the word stuff and things to encapsulate something. How do we know? How do we know that? But then you go, oh, but then I pointed to something to that other person in the room and they saw it. But they might have said, oh, I didn't notice that before. So we assume so much and we take so much for granted. But I'm thinking, as I'm delving and exploring like nothing else matters in the world, that perception is very individual, and we don't know it, but we're all seeing different worlds depending on where we are looking from, what information we have gained through our life experience. Just have a think about that. Tell me what you think, because I'm finding, even in conversations sometimes with people, an absolute misalignment, like misinterpretation. I know what I'm saying, but that person is interpreting it differently. And even when I say, oh, no, you got it wrong, their perception is still stuck on the way they're seeing it, because we can all only see things from our own perception until we shift our perception, which we can do. Like, we can take on information from someone else and shift our perception. We're in a massive shift in perception now. I was going to have some coffee. First coffee of the day. I only really like one coffee, but I'm in the habit of the coffee. And it's so bizarre in the world. Sometimes we have had coffee as bad, and then it's, oh no, it's actually rather good for you and it stimulates this and that and hair and blah. Milk is bad, and then it's good again. It's like, come on, can we just decide? But again, this is perception. This is where I'm finding the multi-dimensional reality. I mean, it's not like, I was going to say, it's not like it was never here. It's always been here, obviously, because we are in a multiverse. I mean, we're finding that out now more and more and understanding it more, but just in our day-to-day, how multidimensional it is, and we don't even know it, like people seeing different things potentially and focusing on different realities. And this keeps coming back. And I really do feel like shouting it from the rooftops, because this kind of download message thing that just keeps coming in again and again and again, like every day, is that we don't change things on the outside. So where we're at now, and the conditions and the timing is ripe for this shift in perception. So we've been in an old perception, in an old energy, and it's actually within a cycle time for it to change. It's been always time for it to change, I think. And right now there's nothing more important in the world. Not your jobs, not money, of course, obviously your family and children, very important, and that's part of the shift in perception, because as I talked about a few times to hear my hands on the table, we've been running on this equation of profit over people. I don't know if I've still got my book here. I realised when I did put it up on Instagram, I haven't really put much of my new videos on Instagram. When I first started doing Instagram, I was putting my art up, but it wasn't about the art, it was using the art just as a picture to focus on, and then it was about what I was writing, and I was just trying to plant seeds of potential. I don't think I've got it written in this one. I'm sure I had it written in this one. So, this is good. That is the great central sun. This is something you can say every day. The light of the great central sun is shining on me now. And through perception, through your intention, through your consciousness, here we go, you can shuffle life. Why did I say that? Okay, so the original equation is, forget all those words there, profit over people. And not even the original equation, it's been an equation we've been running this reality on for eons. But the new one, if you can see that, people over profit equals peace on earth. So we are now currently shifting to this perception and this equation and this dimensional version of reality now. And that's why a lot of stuff is coming up around the world, because it's like, imagine when you're sick, right, and you get a bug in your belly or something, and you just can't keep it there. It's either got to come up or out the other end. So at the moment we are purging from what I am understanding as I have my stuff coming in, as I'm observing and learning and searching and seeking. We are purging out the old energy. So it kind of looks bad, and I think we've been doing it actually for quite a long time, because time is an illusion. Like even here on the earth, since we've been here, it's like a little blip in the span of what has been, and we've always been here, even though we might not know it. We've always been here. We are eternal beings of light, so we've never not been here, but we're just in different forms. And in this form on earth, though, I think the purge has been going on for quite a while, but we're at that last stages of the purging. So some stuff's coming up, some stuff's going down and out, but we've got to get it out of our system. But it would be helpful to understand, like if you do have a bug and you just feel bad, and then you can feel stuff coming up, but it's scaring you, so you're trying to keep it down. We're just perpetuating the pain cycle. So if you knew, okay, I've got to let it come up and out, and I've got to also, I mean, you don't got to do anything. I'm not going to make anyone do anything, and I can't, because you are the master of your universe as I am the master of mine, if I know it. If you don't know it though, you as the master of your universe can create yourself as a victim to be swept with the tides and whims and whimsies of other people. So I don't want my coffee to get cold and get that skin on the top. I just missed 11:11 on my clock. It was, I saw 11:13 and then 11:17 stood out. Little markers, if you follow the number trail. I've been learning about numerology because numbers, I've just segued, so I'll try and get back to where I was, the purging. I'll just write. The purging, I don't have a pen. I'll get back to the purging. But numbers have vibration, frequency. Sound has vibration, frequency. I think we all get that one. Colour has vibration, frequency. So nature has vibration, frequency. You have vibration, frequency. But what is your frequency? You can actually utilize numbers and colours to assist you within the frequencies. So if you're kind of, I haven't learned enough yet to be overly versed with this, and I'd need to kind of tap in and hope my higher self comes on in. You're welcome at any moment, the higher self, to drop on in. But we can utilize colours to help us, and also numbers. It's very interesting and very important also to know thyself. And to know thyself, you really got to delve into, say, numerology, astrology. You could look at divination through tarot and oracle. There's some amazing, oh my golly gosh, amazing intuitive tarot readers right now. And this is something, a good tarot reader has to be intuitive, but it would be their path of purpose. And they're not only intuitive, they're energy readers. So I've realised, so what I've been learning to do, they're reading into the energy. That's what they do. They're tapping into the collective and sometimes individual energies, when someone's energy is strong enough and emitting enough and wanting that information to understand the story. And there's nothing more important, and this should be what we're learning in schools from childhood. So if I just go back to the purging we're in now, so we're purging old energy, the old model of the profit over people, that is not serving us. And I think we thought, I think someone thought it was serving them, but it's not. Some energies, entities, beings were caught in the momentum of the power, of the status, of the wealth, and so much so though they're in fear now of losing that. But none of us can really have and own anything, because nothing is really real. We think everything's so real, but it's intangible. It's a creation, it's a perception, it's a projection. And when we do go back to our greater energetic self, we're not taking any of that with us. It just ain't happening. So there's this fear that there is a fear down the very bottom and a fear up the very top too. This is where I said recently, and I didn't know what I was going to say because I never really know what I'm going to say. It is those within this middle ground that kind of have enough, but maybe not everything. We're kind of pivotal right now because our focus and attention, like especially if you've got a roof over your head, you've got enough food, you've got family, you have community, and you're at ease. You're not in fight or flight. Fight, flight, fright? Is there three of them? Fight, fright, flight. Fight? Freeze. Freeze is fright, flight. Did I get that right? I feel like there's a tongue twister in that. I might think about that later. Maybe I can make a fun little rhyme or something. But it is us in the middle, like we have a role to step into now, and this is where this download that keeps coming in is we're not changing it by going out and protesting, going out and fighting at all. That is the old energy anyway. But we need to, you don't have to, but it would be good if we shifted our focus onto what it is we want to create in this world. Because if we're not focusing on it, how do you think we're going to get there? Oh, is that the sun? Is that... Oh my golly gosh, I think I gotta go. Oh, and here's my other son. I have two sons coming in at once. Okay, I gotta go. Because it's coming up earlier now as we're coming out of winter. So, okay, I'm just gonna quickly leave it on that and I'm gonna go because I don't want to miss the sunrise. But really think about, are you spending enough time imagining and creating one image at a time, this beautiful world that we all want to live in? Because this is how we do it. We create it in our imagination. And if you're on the TV or playing games or scrolling, I mean, you can watch stuff that's inspiring and use that to bounce off, but it's important for your mind, in your stillness, in your calm, to imagine. I'm spending every day, like, not a day goes past that I'm not imagining what we're creating, that we will be walking into with ease and grace. And I hope that you're doing it too, because the more of us that do it, I mean, it's inevitable, but it's how soon that it comes in and embraces everyone. Because in this imagination version, dimensional version of Earth that I have in my head, not a frickin' soul is left behind. And that's where I know some people find that hard. Oh, I gotta go. But if you can encapsulate everyone, because we are all one, so if we can't do this all together, it may cause a fragment that may cause the old energy to seep back in down the track. I didn't know that. Okay, that's important. So we can shift over, but with any fragments or breakages left in where we are not encompassing, and this is just in your mind, in your imagination, so don't worry, don't look at that person you go, oh, but they're horrible. Don't look at the Hitlers or the whoever else in the world that you might use as the image of evil. But if we don't encompass everyone, and remember, everyone at one stage was a beautiful, innocent, divine little baby. So look at that part of everyone. If we can heal these wounds, there will be no cracks and no more elements of the old pattern seeping back in down the track. Okay, I'm going to go think on that, meditate on that as I watch the sunrise. But thank you, if you're here, so much for being here. Okay, oh my goodness, it's about to go up in a cloud. And beam me up, sun. So thank you for being here. I hope you're having a beautiful morning, arvo, evening, wherever you are. And I'm sending much love, and I will pop back into Mars.